Are you ready for another exciting installment of a crochet video? I know I am. Let's start off with 26 chains. We're going to do the Solomon's knot. So first thing, we're not going to go in that first one that we're coming out of. We're going to skip that first chain and we're going to go right into that second. And we are going to do a single crochet. Now we get into doing the Solomon's knot. Now we're going to pull that loop. Now a lot of people will say a half an inch, but really you should do it like an inch and a half, in my opinion, especially when you're working with a thicker gauge yarn. It'll just show the pattern off. So once you get that loop elongated, grab some yarn, pull it through just at the top. Now put your finger behind that last loop, that third one in the back. That's where you're going to insert your hook. Grab some yarn, pull it through, and do a single crochet. You got your two loops. Now grab some yarn, pull it through. Now you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to pull that yarn out about an inch and a half, just like you did the other one, and repeat that same process. Now once you have those two Solomon's knots, you're going to count 3 chains again, skip and go into the fourth one, and do a single crochet. And you're going to repeat that process until the end of the row, where you do the 2 Solomon's knots, you skip 3, go into the fourth chain, and do a single crochet. And I will meet you at the end of the row. Alright, here we are at the end of the row, so we're going to insert our hook into that last stitch and do a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 5, and then we're going to turn our work. Once you've turned your work, you got your 5 chains, and now you go right into doing a Solomon's knot. Now another one. Now you single crochet in between the very first Solomon's knot that you did on row 1. And then you're going to repeat that process of doing 2 Solomon's knots, put that single crochet in the middle, and then you're going to single crochet in between each previous Solomon's knot on the first row. And I'll meet you back when you have finished that at the end of the row. Okay, here we are doing our last single crochet on row 2. Now we're going to do just one Solomon knot. And then what we're going to do is be doing a triple crochet into that very first single crochet that we did at the beginning. And triple crochet, if you remember, you're going to yarn over twice. 1, 2. Now insert your hook into that very first single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through the second set of 2, yarn over, and pull through the last. Now we're just going to flip our work, start on the next row. Now we're just going to do one chain, and then we're going to do one single crochet into that first stitch. Now you just repeat the same pattern as before. Do your Solomon's knots all the way to the end of the row, just like we did before, and I will meet you again at the end. Okay, now at the end of this row, you've got your Solomon's knots ready to go, and we're going to be going into that top 5th chain that we made. And you're going to do a single crochet. Flip your work. And then you just repeat what you did in the last 2 rows. And I'll meet you back when you've done that, and I'll show you how to finish it off. Okay, here we are after we repeated a few rows of that. Now I did quite a few so you can actually see the pattern, and it is quite beautiful. It's one of the prettier meshes. And now how you finish it off, however long you want to go with that pattern, depending on what you choose to make, we're going to chain 5, and then single crochet into that single crochet, and then the pattern until the end of the row is 3 chains, and then single crochet into each single crochet. All right, and I'll meet you again at the end. So now that we have our 3 chains ready to go, we're going to slip knot into that last 5th chain from that previous row. You slip knot twice, and then you pull it out, snip it off after you have a little bit of a lead, and then you can do your finishing techniques to hide your leader yarn. And then some people make bags with it, some people make shawls with it. That's just one way to do it, but that is the basics of the Solomon's knot. It is very beautiful. And then a lot of people, they'll steam it and they'll block it and stretch it out. So it really shows the pattern off. It's very beautiful, especially if you have just a little bit of a sheen to a yarn. And I hope you have fun making it. Great job. I hope you have fun crocheting. Good job. And bye-bye.